This is Mark McCleskey, Ocean City Beach Patrol, 1971 to 76, and we're with another alumni interview. I want you to introduce yourself.
My name is Bob Wagner. I was on the Beach Patrol from 63 through 68.
Very good, very good. Now, I know that I know a lot about you. You don't know a lot about me, but I know a lot about you. Our mutual friend Lucky Jordan has told me a lot about you. And tell us the years that you were on the Beach Patrol.
I was on 63 through 68 for 3 years as a guard and then 3 years as a lieutenant.
That's very, very impressive. And you were on with Captain George when he was a lieutenant, right?
Yes, George Schoaf was the lieutenant when I was hired. I was lucky to be, I was one of the lieutenants when the Beach Patrol went from 40 lifeguards to 80 lifeguards.
That's a very
big change, and there was a lot of physical change and mental changes to the Beach Patrol.
Very good. Now, I've heard rumor that you were one hell of a butterfly man.
I've been known to swim the 8 block workouts in butterfly.
Butterfly, but I heard you did more than 8 blocks in that.
I have swum the boardwalk butterfly.
I heard that. Now, you heard, this is the truth, you swam the entire boardwalk total butterfly.
Yes.
That is awesome, and I totally believe it. And you also went from there was a point at you which I know that Lucky was part of the SEALs, correct?
Lucky was a UDT.
The UGT,
and he recruited me to go into that, and that's another world. But Beach Patrol helped me get through some of that stuff.
That's very impressive.
But what my biggest impression of Beach Patrol is, I got to see guys do things that we were trained to do, and they're still doing the same things now. I have moved Ocean City. I'm down here full time. I've watched the new Beach Patrol, which I call the new Beach Patrol, and I've watched the guards, and I am impressed of how well trained they are and how well skilled they are. And I've got to attribute that to which Arbor has learned from George Schoaf, Captain Craig, and the guys after me.
Very good, very good. Now, one thing I always ask, always in my interviews, is if you could tell me the most memorable rescue that you had.
I don't remember a lot of the rescues because they were just normal, everyday
stuff. There's no one that sticks
There was one that was involved at 7th Street with another. This group at 7th Street was always there.
What year was that?
It was probably 66.
Okay.
And Rosie was the guard. Vern Versenberg was the guard, who's deceased now. Dislocated his shoulder because he couldn't get into the surf, and it was a rough day. And the guard, Billy Troy, was out there without a buoy. And Schoaf looked at me and he says, "You follow me." And I felt like a running back following a lead blocker. He opened that water for me, and I went. And I took the buoy out there. We pulled the guy in.
Very cool.
What I remember is George Schoaf showed me how to get through that surf. Nobody else was getting through the surf, and all he did was follow my lead, and that's exactly what I did. And from then on, I did the same thing for every guard I taught. Follow the lead, and you'll be able to survive that water. So.
Very good. Well, you know, Captain George, we all love Captain George. Well, listen, you heard it here. This is real. Swam the boardwalk, the length of the boardwalk, total butterfly. Very impressive.
Well, it was done because when I became a guard, all new guards had to do a workout. And I swam faster than all the other guys because they were all being punished. And they said to me, if you want to stay on the Beach Patrol, you're going to have to swim the butterfly to the boardwalk or you go home. It was my choice. If I didn't do it, I went home.
Very good.
And,
all right.
All right.
Great. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.